Well, hey Bluebies, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not going to do anything funny at the beginning of this one because I just want to get right into the story. As you know, I made a vow I would never do this type of thing, and now here it is. Give me a thumbs down for begging for thumbs ups. Here's my theme song. Oh, hey, you bloopies! Welcome to number 2 of funny customer stories, stupid customer stories. I don't remember what I'm calling the series. So, yeah. As you guys know, I'm not afraid to admit this on camera, but on the weekends I work part-time at, and so yeah, when I'm there, interesting things happen. As you probably know, as I've mentioned in previous videos for the past 78 years, I'm now in the hardware department at. So I'm in the paint counter, or I'm in the hardware department, and I was at the paint counter part of the time. But yeah, anyway, so I hear these kids screaming. It's right next to the toy department. I mean, go figure. I mean, at one point today, we had this kid over there bouncing a ball, and it went sailing over and almost hit some light bulbs. And who designed these stories? I don't really know. Anyway, that's not really what I was going to tell you about. It was kind of along those lines, but bigger. So this kid comes riding by on a bicycle, okay? And then I'm like stocking shelves or zoning or whatever, and a couple seconds go by and he comes by again, and a little bit later on he goes by again. I'm like, okay. And then he starts riding through the hardware department. I'm like, oh boy, this is going to turn out bad because, we've got drain cleaner crap in there. We've got paint thinner. We've got nails. We've got screws. We've got all kinds of stuff this kid could knock over and potentially hurt himself. And not to mention there's customers walking around the store and he's practically bashing into their kneecaps because he doesn't really know how to ride a bike. Not to mention that the floors in the store kind of slick, and they're not really meant for bike riding. So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to end bad. Should I say something? And I'm like, well, probably not. It's not my kid. It's not really my place, I suppose. I don't know. I've never really gotten a clear word from management on how to handle something like this, so I may have to ask, because while I was busy messing with the hammers and nails and whatnot, I caught out of the corner of my eye, saw this kid coming toward me, and then I heard this huge crash. I turned over. There's a whole display of not light bulbs, but sorry, I'm thinking of the other story. So, doorknobs is falling down on this kid. Okay, he crashed into him. Doorknobs are falling down on him, and not to make things worse, his sister comes careening around the corner, sees him laying there, smashes into him. So I'm like, oh boy. So I walked over and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. The kid was like, I don't know, 6, maybe 7, I don't know, but he seemed like he has a real snotty attitude for a little kid. But anyway, he gets on his bike. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should walk the bike back to the toy department. And he starts to ride off, and I said, maybe you should walk the bike back to the toy department. Keeps riding on. Maybe you should walk your bike back to the toy department. About this time, the dad appears. This kid's been doing this for 5-10 minutes at this point, and now the dad suddenly has an interest because he sees me, an employee of, shaking my finger at this kid, and he finally says, yeah, why don't you get off and walk your bike? Yeah. It's about time you took charge of your own kid there, before he hurt somebody, somebody important besides himself. Yeah, to underscore just how stupid this family was, next thing I know, all the kids are back on bikes riding around the store again, and parents don't really care. Do I do this kind of thing in your house? Why do you do it in mine, right? Okay, I'll probably come back in a few days with another funny story. I am working for a few hours tomorrow, so maybe something interesting will happen then. Ta-ta!
but pregnant.
I agree. So why are you there?